What's going on, everybody? This is Savon from the Simply Everything YouTube channel, and I don't have an intro today. I'm not even gonna make an intro. I originally created the Simply Everything YouTube channel to talk about anything, simply everything. I simply want to talk about everything. I simply want to be able to post everything. I know I post a lot of football videos, and when I do the podcast or when I sit down and I talk about the events that happen in those football highlights or those football games, that when I made those highlights, I usually start off with, let's give God the glory. But I don't think I'm giving him enough glory. So that's what I'm here to talk about today. And to be honest with you, I don't think I can give him the glory. No, I can give God the glory, but I can't thank him enough for what he's personally done to me, for when he died on the cross. I don't think I can thank him enough for that. But I just want to say, I've had a few verses in my head that's been playing over in my head, not only throughout last week, but through the weekend and starting off with this week. So that's what I want to talk about today. So I'm going to go ahead and share. Let me get the Face ID because y'all know how iPhones work. I'm going to share the verses that's been in my head and how I feel on those verses. But so the first verse is Psalms 23:4. I think a lot of us know that one. That's a pretty famous one. We learned that one all as a kid. But Psalms 23:11 says, King James Version, by the way, for this verse, it said, Yea, thou walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. I don't think a lot of people understand that verse. We all know that verse. We all know Psalms 23:4, but I don't think we really understand, because a lot of people, they like to soak in their misery. They like to soak, and when they're going through that valley, they like to sit. But I think the key word in that verse is through. Through. God never said, Yea, thou art stop in the valley of the shadow of death to take a nap. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I stop in the valley of the shadow of death to get more gas so I can continue to go. He said, I walk through. That's all he said, I walk through. Meaning that at the end of this evil that I'm feeling, or this bad time that I'm having, I'm gonna make it through that valley. I'm gonna make it through that. And I don't think a lot of people focus on that word through. Through is the word for the day. I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. But I got another one, because that one, that Psalms 23:4, that one right there had me thinking about the time where was it Peter? It was Peter. It had me thinking about Matthew's 23. I'm sorry, Matthew's 14:27 through 33. And I'm gonna read that for you. I'm gonna read it for you. It said, and this is the New International's version, which I didn't know. There's so many versions of the Bible, which I'm just now finding out. Now, I've known about 2 or 3 different versions, but I'm just now finding out there's a bunch of versions of the Bible. But Matthew's 14:27 through 33, he said, and most of us know that story also. He said, but Jesus immediately said to them, take courage, it is I, don't be afraid. And then Peter said, Lord, if it is you, tell me to come to you on the water. Jesus said, come, he said. Jesus said, come. Jesus told Peter to come. He said, if it's you, come to me. Come to me. You gotta come to me. As Jesus was walking on the water, I know that's kind of mind-blowing for people that don't understand, but when Jesus was walking on the water, he told them, come through me, because what was happening at the time is there was going through some things as they was on the boat. You know, there was a storm coming. It was shaking the boat. They were scared. They had fear. Jesus appeared walking on water. Said, come to me. Come to me. At the end, he said, come to me. And then he said, then Peter got down out of the boat, walked on the water, and came towards Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Going back to that other verse, it said, I shall fear no evil. In Psalms 23:4, I shall fear no evil. He was afraid. Let me see. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid and began to sink. He stopped. He began to sink. The minute he got afraid, he began to sink because he was fearing that evil, the evil of that storm that was happening, going on, and cried out, Lord, save me. Jesus was there walking on the water. Now, he was walking on the water now. Peter said, if it's you, tell me to come to you. He said, come to out. He stepped out on that water. He was walking on that water, took his eyes off of Jesus, got afraid, because the storm was still happening as all of this was going on. Got afraid and started to sink. Started to sink. As soon as he got afraid, he started to sink. He said, immediately Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. You of little faith, he said, why did you doubt? And then when they climbed into the boat, the wind died down. Then those who were in the boat worshiped him, saying, truly you are the Son of God. Now, what I got from both of those versions, not both of those versions, but both of those verses. So, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. In the story of Peter walking on the water with Jesus, and he stopped. The thing that I got from it was, when you walking through that valley of the shadow of death, when you going through the things that you're going through, when you see the problems that's happening and you stop, that's where the problems begin. Because when you walking through that valley and you keeping your eyes on Jesus, you keeping your mind on Jesus, and you continuously praying and doing what you're supposed to do, regardless of if you're going through something or you having a good time, you need to keep your eyes on Jesus. What I got from that is always keep your eyes on Jesus. Always, regardless if you're going through something or not, always keep your eyes on Jesus. That's what I got from it. Jesus saved him. Jesus reached out, grabbed Peter up. Come here. Come here. Grabbed him up. Saved him. Why do they doubt me? Don't doubt that, man. Don't doubt that, man. I got from that. He walked through the valley of the shadow. First of all, I got from that you just don't take your eyes off Jesus. And right now, I've been so blessed in my life, far as with my home, far as with my job, far as with doing these YouTube videos, far as photography, far as with my beautiful baby girl. I've been so blessed in my life. And sometimes, even with my life, even when I was going through certain things, sometimes I took my eyes off Jesus, and that's why I went wrong at. Now I'm realizing that's why I went wrong at. But now I'm not taking my eyes off him. Not anymore. And that's all this week. That's how I've been feeling. Not last week, through the weekend, and continuously this week and going forward. Even if I'm not going through the valley of the shadow of death, even when I'm going through the valley of the shadow of death, I should fear no evil, because at the end of this valley, and I will not stop when I get in these valleys, I won't stop, because Jesus is at the end. He right there, and that's the man I'm trying to get to. Now, I know this video is different from the highlight video or me sitting down talking about football, because I can talk about football all day. Anybody can sit down, and any football watching person can sit down and talk about football all day. They can watch these highlight videos that I make all day. By the way, God gave me the talent to make those videos. Jesus gave me the talent to make those videos. He gave me, he put a talent on my plate and said, here, what are you gonna do with it? He gave me the ability to create this platform, and now I get to choose what I put on this platform for people to hear And I chose football a lot of the times. Simply everything though. So I can put anything on my platform. And today I'm choosing to put this on my platform. And I just wanted to give those words out because that's how I've been feeling. When I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will not fear no evil. For what? Jesus is there. I will not stop when I'm walking through that valley. Ain't no need to stop when those bad things are happening on this side of the valley and those bad things are happening on this side of the valley. I'm keeping my eyes focused. Focused. You got to focus on Jesus. Why? Because he gonna save us. Right now, my dog outside barking. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but he going crazy for something. But that's all I wanted to stop here and say. I know I ain't posted a video in a few days, and that's cool. And I'm gonna continue to post more football stuff. I'm gonna start posting a little bit more of all my other little ventures that I go through as far as with my photography or all the little stuff that I like to do. I got a lot of little stuff that I like to do, but I just wanted to stop and say that, man. Don't forget to pray. First of all, if you want to get closer to Jesus, you want to get closer to God, don't forget to pray. Take time to talk to him. We get 24 hours in a day. We get 24 hours in a day. I'm asking you to give Jesus 10, 20 minutes out of it. If you moving too fast in life that you can't give God, can't give Jesus 20 minutes to talk to him and pray. If you even want to break it down to a simpler fact, give him 10 minutes to talk. Give him 10 minutes to talk and pray, and take another 10 and meditate and read and get out of the book what you feel is purposeful for your life, because there's good stuff in that book. You ain't got. If you don't believe, that's cool. I'm not knocking you. I don't knock nobody. I'm not here to judge. He uses without sin cast the first stone. I'm not here to judge you. I'm just saying just open the book up. Give it 10 minutes. Just randomly just open the book up. I don't know what's on that page. Just randomly open up the book and just start reading. There's 66 chapters. Well, 66 parts of the Bible. New Testament, Old Testament. I don't care which part you want to pick. Pick a part, give it 10 minutes of reading and meditating on whatever you read. Give another 10 minutes to talk to God. Pray. Pray about the good things in your life. Pray about the bad things in your life. Pray that he gives you the strength to overcome those things. Make sure you don't take your eyes off him, because he is going to produce some major, massive things in your life. And it's going to be beautiful. I promise you. But that's all the time I have. That's all I really wanted to post. I wanted to come up here and just give my thoughts on how I felt and how I've been feeling in life, because life been blessing me. Like, I've been through some things, boy. But guess what? I've been through some things. I ain't never been stuck in those things. I ain't never sat down in those things. I've been through. I've been through some things. I'm currently not going really through anything right now as far as major hard in my life, but God gives his hardest battles to his toughest soldiers. So I know one day things can change. Things can change real quick. And if I don't focus on him, it can get ugly. It can get ugly real quick. It can get real ugly real quick. But so long as you focusing on him, you gonna get through. The key word for the day, the key word for the week, the key word for the rest of the month and the next month is through. Get through that. You're gonna get through that. But I appreciate everybody stopping. If you watched the video, I appreciate it. There'll be more videos to come on different various things in my life, no matter what I'm going through. I don't know how long I'll be making these videos, because the Army National Guard been calling my phone like crazy. I ain't gonna share too much of that information, but if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. But if it do, I'm gonna get through it. Kiss the ring.